Hello everyone, this is Charles BridgTec with another flashlight review, this time on an Imalent MS18. Comes in this nice little carrying case. This was sent to me directly from Imalent. They wanted me to test and review this product. Really a large light. Nice to be able to store this. Their other boxes were just a magnetic flap, and they really didn't secure the light too well, so I'm glad they went with this lockable storage case, which I will be using. So let's wait no further. Let's open this up, see what's in. Now, they do have an Amazon store. I'll turn this around here. Okay, so now that I've got the box open, or should I say the storage case, it does have a nice felt lining here, both on the top and where the light goes into. It's nice to keep it from rubbing on your light. Comes with a very nice large manual. Goes through all the settings. Also comes in multi-languages. I'll go ahead and take a look at the specs here. As you can see, 100,000 lumens on turbo, but you have a limited time at that light output. But look at all the other high outputs that you have on this. Incredible. Now, if you need more time to read this, go ahead and pause the screen. Otherwise, we're going to move along. Comes with 2 O-rings. Comes with a shoulder strap. Now, this is almost identical to their other bigger lights, so that's nice. It does get heavy after a while. And you've got one wall charger. And let's go ahead and take a look at this light. This is a large light. We're going to go ahead and move the case out of the way here. Look at that. Look how big that is. Now, the unique thing about this one here, on their new model, you actually don't have to disconnect the battery. You can actually charge it right there at the end. And that's a green and red LEDs here, and they'll let you know your charging status. It'll be red when charging and green when finished. I'm going to go ahead and put this back together. You only want to snug that on. You don't want it too tight. Man, just an amazing light. Now, the MS12, I did a review of that also, so very similar in design. This one here has dual fans. That helps you keep the light cool. You can see the heat sinks down inside. They are large and they're attached to the back plate of the LEDs. And with these dual fans, you do get noise. They are pretty loud, actually. So on the highest outputs, you're going to have that fan noise. So now I'll try to show you the copper heatsink in there. Runs all the way around. And it's nice to see that these look like they can be replaced. So that's nice. One goes bad. Power switch, of course, almost flush. Style and design on this is definitely impressive. Very nice on it. Machining and finish is excellent. I haven't had any problems on these Imalent lights that I've ever received so far. There is a little LCD display here. Let you know. So it's nice to see that they included that in there so you know where you are on the light outputs. Gray bezel here. It's nice. Alright, so now let's go ahead and take a look at all those LEDs. There's a lot of them. These are the Cree XHP 70.2 LEDs. Let me go ahead and remove this protection. We can see it a little bit better. Look at all those. Incredible. Alright, so now let me go ahead and take the battery away from the head of the light. Now, this one here does have a protection plate in it, so you want to take and remove that little piece of paper. That way you can go ahead and get the light started for the first time. As you can see, it's on the spring down in here. You want to remove that. We'll start with the contact plate on the battery, well greased on the threads. There's the head of the light. Alright, so now let's go ahead and get it back together and let's get started on the UI. And we have Imalent on the display, and we're ready to get started. So I'm going to try the best I can with this. Since this is 100,000 lumens on turbo, we're not going to get an idea of it here on the table, but definitely going to see it out in the night shots. So we're going to go ahead and turn this on. Starts off on 700 lumens, which to me this is brighter than that. In any case, I'll show you the display. Bounces back and forth, which is nice, telling you your voltage and your light output. So now we're going to press and hold to go through those light outputs. Now there is a little delay of 1 second. 20,000 lumens on that, and that's blinding me bad, and that's a lot of heat. Then of course we've got 30,000 lumens. Now you can hear the fans coming on. 60,000 lumens. And then as soon as you go to the lower light outputs, the fans will shut off. Now they are on the noisy side, so if you plan on using it out in the wilderness, trying to be quiet, it's not going to happen with this light. So just to let you know, these fans can be loud. So now I'm going to go back up through the light outputs, and then we're going to go through that 100,000 lumen burst here. We're going to go up. Oh man, 100,000 lumens, look at that. Oh, turned it off. Want to be able to conserve the battery to be able to do those night shots, but the heat coming from the LEDs on my hand, incredible. At that far away, almost a foot or more. That's an insane amount of light output for this, and even with that on for that short burst, it's really not that bad in heat. It is warm, but it's not that bad. So of course, from turbo, we're going to go directly to it by double click. Turbo, double click again will get you strobe, and that's the full light output. Then double click again goes back, or you can press and hold to go back down through those light outputs. Again, the 100,000 lumens is just crazy bright. It's incredible, absolutely breathtaking on how much light this has on it and is able to produce. It's just, I can't really put it in words. So definitely I'm cycling it down, not the light itself. We'll try it out there in the night shots, see how well it does with the 100,000 lumens on that. And this being 100,000 lumens, of course, you can't run it forever on it. It does have a short term battery life when it comes to that 100,000 lumens. The other light outputs, which are incredibly bright, to have that additional 40,000 lumens after the 60 is just mind-boggling. Okay, and that's it for the UI. So just click that to turn it off. Then of course, anytime you want to check your battery voltage, whether it be on or off, just click on this button 3 times, 1, 2, 3. Tells you how many volts you have on that. Now with this, Imalent has made a pretty neat little idea. If you are in the nighttime and you want to be able to locate your button, you don't have to feel around for it anymore. You can actually do a visual on it. Just press and hold this, and you'll see a little light indicator, and that'll let you know where the power button is, so you don't have to go searching around for it. And if you want that off, press and hold it until that shuts off, and there you go. Right, so now we're going to go ahead and go over a couple other things here. We're going to go over the lockout feature. You're going to click this button 5 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That locks out the light, as you can see, so you don't accidentally turn this on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unlocks that. Now say like this flashlight is hot on you, even after you turned it off, you can actually run the fans without the light on to cool it off quicker. You're just going to click this 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you can hear that now. And you can actually feel the heat being sucked away. You got air going in here and out here. Intake, outtake. Feel that heat. And of course, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll turn that fan off. That's really nice. This thing will get hot. Alright. Well, let's take this outside, see how it does in the wilderness. We are out here in the darkness with the MS18 from Imalent. So that's what that looks like, so you can easily know where the button is. Alright, so we're going to get started here. Let's set it off on the lowest level and go up from there. Believe it or not, that's 700 lumens, according to this light. Huge, wide spill area, making it across the park on this lowest setting on this light. Incredible. Mostly flood, but does have some good throw on it. That tree of life, 138 feet from where I'm standing. Water spout here is 35 feet. And this tree right here, 65 feet. Alright, we're going to go up to the next level. Nice large jump. Now the light levels on this, the outputs, are really nicely spaced. Look at that tree of life lit up just on this level. Incredible. Faintly seeing the palm trees there too. Alright, let's stir up the bugs some more. We're going to go to the next level. I'm really stirring up the bugs now, flying into my face. Look at that. This is incredible, just at these lower light outputs. Now the fan's going to kick on, so I want to warn you ahead of time that this will become a loud portion of the video at that time, so giving you a heads up. Alright, try to keep the camera still here while I position my hand. We're going to go to next level. As you see, the fans came on there. Now these are pretty noisy, but at these higher light outputs, I'd rather have the noise than the heat. Look at that. This lights it all the way around, clear out to the sides. Incredible. We're going to go to the next level here on the Tree of Life. Insane. Trying to figure out a way I can hold this to get the best light shot here. Look at that, trees way out in the background there. Now that tree behind this tree is 238 feet. Look at that. Like a stadium daytime. Incredible. Now this is a heavy light, so we'll get heavy after a while. Alright, we're going to go to the next level. And here we go. There we go. Wow. Show you on the palm trees. Look at this light outfit. Tree of Life. Look at all those trees in the background. Look at that. Lighting up that park. This camera's not doing it any justice. Crazy bright. Lighting up all those trees. Alright, we're going to go to the next level here. Look at that. Little jump there. It's crazy bright. Bugs are going nuts out here. Crazy. Crazy bright. We're going to go to the next level. That's 60,000 lumens. Look at that. Palm trees. And now we're going to step down to the 700 lumens to let it cool off a little bit. And then I'll do the 100,000 lumens. Easily making it across the park. Alright. This is just mind-boggling. And we haven't even made it to turbo yet. Alright, we're going to go ahead and do turbo now on the Tree of Life. Here it goes. Oh my God. It'll light up the palm trees. This whole area. Hope it'll stay on long enough. Oh wow. Can you see this, people? Oh, insane. Phenomenal. Every word you can think of. Now it's getting hot. I can feel it in my hand. So we're going to keep it going for you guys. Alright. We're going to end it here on the Tree of Life. Hope you enjoyed those night shots. Okay, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed those night shots. This thing is insane. This is the brightest light that I own currently and on the market as well. Imalent is really pushing the boundaries on what they can do with the sheer light output that these can provide. This actually has some decent throw as well. Not only flood, but throw. So you got a good combination of both in one light. It's just amazing how they did it. Now, because of those light outputs with the reflector the way it is, that's really done a good job with this. Easy to charge without having to take the whole light apart. You can actually charge it from the rear. That is a big plus. I don't have any complaints on the light. Now, the fans are loud, so you may have some issues if you are going to take this, hunting, or you want to walk around and wherever you're going quietly on those higher light outputs. It's probably going to be a good idea that you leave it on the lower light outputs. That way the fans won't be on. But if you don't have a problem with the fans being a little noisy, I showed some family members out there in the park previously this thing, they were just like screaming in awe. I've got to take my hats off to Imalent. They're really pushing those boundaries, to have that brightest flashlight in the world, and they're a big competitive market out there for it. So we're going to see more and more of these come, and they're going to only get brighter. So hopefully with time, as well as with the newer technology with batteries, maybe they'll be able to get better run times on those higher outputs. But heat is always going to be an issue. Now, I just want to thank Imalent for sending me this to review. Really had a lot of fun with my family, showing them with this. Really was a conversation piece. Now, if this is something you're interested in getting, they do have an Amazon store, and I'll leave a link down in the description area where you can pick this up, should you want to get one. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please share, like, and subscribe. That way I can bring more of these Imalents to you in the future. Thanks for watching. Take care.